Jackson State has upgraded every position on this team. But what if I told you that the wide receiver position is going to be the most talented with the most depth? And the spring season is going to reveal so much, and I'll chime in. Today's show is brought to you by Booked and Busy Talent. Booked and Busy Talent is a full talent agency that doesn't chase deals, they create deals. Clients receive counsel from strategic management consultants who have worked at Google for former President Barack Obama and in the healthcare industry. Their cross-industry business knowledge has helped them secure groundbreaking deals for their clients, such as first-team All-SEC gymnast Darian Go-Burn, the undisputed queen of the four, and Jackson State University two-sport human highlight reel Malachi Wideman. What are you waiting for? Get booked and busy today by contacting them at bookedandbusytalent@gmail.com to set up a future client consultation to get your NIL deals rolling. What's good, everyone? This is RawTruth Media, giving you the raw content that you deservedly need. And Jackson State's wide receiver position, the position group, is loaded. And it's going to be a position where everything gets squared away at the spring game. Because even though Jackson State plays an air raid offense, the receivers that they signed, it's a big number. So last year, there were a lot of underclassmen. We know that the upperclassmen like Keith Corbin, Josh Lanier, they left. But the underclassmen made a name for themselves as well, like Malachi Wideman. And I'm looking forward to him on exceeding the yards and touchdown mark that he had last season. He will have a lot of receiving yards. He's a matchup nightmare. He's 6'5", can run like a gazelle, has a high catch radius. It is what you're looking for as an NFL prospect. Do not forget Trevante Rucker. Trevante Rucker, he's a big play wide receiver. He has 18, 17 per catch, yards per catch? That's a lot. And he's only going to get better. He was a 4-star. He showed up in big games. Now, he didn't have as much targets. I think that should get rectified. But any receiver that's averaging 17 to 18 yards per catch should take a leap. And you remember what he did against FAMU. He made big plays against FAMU. If Rucker didn't step up, Jackson State may have not won that game. But not only Rucker, Shane Hooks. Shane Hooks had a solid start, but he got injured. He's 6'4", 200 pounds, big body receiver. A.La Brown, speedster. Didn't have a lot of yards, but he has the potential to take it to the house. Quadarius Davis didn't play last year due to other stuff going on. I seen this film and he looks like Dez Bryant. You can line up everywhere on the field. He's built like a running back. And I know I said his comparison is Dez Bryant, but he could also be your Deebo Samuel type of player. He's going to be looking to get his touches. Then Kevin Coleman, who just signed with Jackson State. The number one slot in America. He's really that dude. I can't believe he's not a 5-star. Excellent film. Mark Pope to transfer. And I was talking to a couple coaches, and I have to be honest, I'm surprised Jackson State still had the transfers that they did. Because I don't know if they really watched Jackson State last season. I don't know if they just looked at some stats and said, hey, they didn't have 4,000 passing yards. They were short of that. Maybe I could come in and help. Maybe they were seeing it like that. But for those who actually watch Jackson State, know that the problem was offensive line. And they left a lot of plays on the field because there weren't any time to get the ball out. So the receivers that just came in, like the two receivers, Buckley and Jordan Williams, that came from Indiana, Texas A&M, and then Mark Pope that I mentioned, they got to earn their spot. And I don't know if they're going to start. I really don't. It could happen, but it could not happen as well. I just listed all those wide receivers. And if I'm missing a wide receiver, let me know. But I think I named almost all of them. And then you have Travis Hunter. He talked about playing both sides. So that's another number to the wide receiver talent pool. And don't forget tight ends. They had a transfer from South Carolina. And now they have, not now, but they have an underclassman, Jency Riley. 6'5" tight end, 6'6", they say. Runs a 4.5, has enormous potential. So something has to give. This spring will be the most important spring for that group, as well as offensive line. But wide receiver to get the two deep positions set. The good thing about the air raid, you can play as many wide receivers. The bad thing is the wide receiver position is the diva position. Now this year they handled it well, but in my opinion, I think the reason why they handled it well is because Jackson State had a couple of injuries here and there, and a couple of players that stepped up in key times. But what if the wide receiver core was fully healthy? And some players may not be starting, they expected to start. I want to see how they react to that. But the good thing is they're coached by Coach Prime. And Coach Prime is a no-nonsense coach. He's a cool coach. He understands these players. But he's not going to let that ego trip get in with this team. And if you watch how Jackson State plays, no matter what the Shines say or the people that hate on Jackson State, Coach Prime gives the positions to the best players. So if you don't practice well, if you don't stick to your assignments, you're not going to play. If you take practice lightly, you're not going to play. He has an old school approach. Don't forget, he benched his own son, Shiloh, in a game for missing practice. So Coach Prime doesn't play at all. But I'm excited. I wanted to bring this to your attention because I don't want, when the spring happens and they set the depth chart, I don't want anybody to overreact because of a player may transfer out. It happens. This is the new age of college football. As long as the star players don't transfer, that's all that matters. But you have to be excited with the new additions, and may the best player have a good season. May the best player win. So I'm looking forward to next season. Jackson State fans, man, this is going to be one talented team. Weapons galore everywhere. An improved offensive line. All Jackson State needs. They have a good running back right now in Tyson Alexander. And I made a video. Tyson Alexander, I'm telling you, he has a chance to be first team all SWAC. But I would like for Jackson State to add just another running back to complement him. I know they got J.D. Martin, he's good too. But I'm just saying, I believe there should be 3 running backs, 3 dependable running backs. It should always be that way. But Jackson State, they're going to have the offensive firepower. And they may give up more points next season because the offense is going to be scoring more, I predict. So I'm looking forward to it. This is RawTruth Media giving you the raw content that you deservedly need. You guys be careful out there. Now, I'm going to say this the best way I can because I know how YouTube is. I won't say the full word, but there have been some OMB threats out there. I'm not going to say the word because I don't want it to flag my channel. Be careful out there. Unfortunately, some loser had to print out some armed threats out there to HBCUs. And you know what's crazy? The armed threats, and I'm only pronouncing it like that so they don't flag my channel. The armed threats are in the same week as signing day. What a coincidence. Don't y'all realize that? It's a game within the game, my brothers and sisters. And they hate to see that HBCUs are winning right now. They're trying to change rules. They're trying to change rules to the NIL because they see that the NIL is benefiting HBCUs and smaller schools. Now, some lunatic is making so-called threats to HBCUs on the week of signing day. But y'all stay prayed up. Make sure everybody's safe. Y'all stay blessed, and I'm out.